Welcome back guys to another YouTube video. Now in today's video I'm going to be analyzing the market of indexes. I'm going to be focusing on a pair of 75-1S and 75 to give you a clearly update where these pairs are currently playing around on our predictions on these particular pairs. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, plus following up on our social media platforms, joining our free Telegram channel where we upload signals on a daily basis about which trades we're gonna trade, and also signing up with our recommended forex broker, which is Phoenix Capital. So far the fastest broker we are using at the moment. Now without wasting time, I'm going to start analyzing the market today, spotting out my major market key levels. And these major market key levels, they help me to clearly see where the pair is heading at the moment. So that's why I tend to take it as my first priority. So now currently I'm on 75-1S, and I can see we also have this reversal, also have this area, we also have this particular area here, indicator for it, and we also have this area. So at the moment 75-1S is playing around this area is playing around this area. Now I want to see where is 75-1S heading at the moment. If I can clearly see, if I try to draw my diagonal trend line and I connect this recent lower highs, to try connecting this recent lower highs, I can see that we were in a deep downtrend. After being in a deep downtrend, the price broke up and went in an uptrend. So the market was making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, and lows and lower lows, but at this particular level the market made a reversal pattern, which was a falling wedge. Now remember, when you see a falling wedge, that means inside the falling wedge there is always a reversal pattern. It can be a double bottom or inverted head and shoulder. Now on this particular pattern, which is a reversal wedge, falling wedge, price turned into from making lower highs and lower lows to making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Now at the moment you can clearly see that 75-1S was in a deep uptrend. So we had a lot of buyers jumping in the market than the sellers. I don't know whether you can see it. We had a lot of buyers pushing the price from all the way from this retest of this particular falling wedge of ours, taking the price all the way to, so this was a massive bullish momentum, actually pushing this pair from the downside, changing the trend to the upside. Now at the moment, if you are focusing on 75-1S, I think you'd like to know where is it heading. First, I'm still in my higher time frame. I can see 75-1S has approached our resistance level. Now this resistance level was some time back respected so many times. We have our first touch, this was our second touch, third, fourth, fifth, this is our 6th second touch, this is our 7th touch. Now if the level is retested so many times, that means that level is still holding strong. Now we have a lot of sellers on this particular level, so that means when we are on our resistance level, focus on looking for selling opportunities, where when we are on our support levels, focus on looking for buying opportunities. That is our first rule which we follow. Now the second rule is, I can clearly see that on our daily close we had a candlestick pattern. Let me try to zoom out. We had a candlestick pattern. Now this candlestick pattern is particularly named as a hanging man. So we had the hanging man. Let me try to make this a little bit clear. Let me try to make it clear. So we had the hanging man on this particular resistance level. Now when you find the hanging man on resistance level, that means it's a sign of a reversal in the price movement. So all you have to do is wait for the candlestick pattern. After waiting for the candlestick pattern, the second move will be a confirmation before you enter your trade. I'm going to scroll down to 4-hourly time frame. Let me try to highlight all these time frames because I'm going to go to 4-hourly time frame. Now in our 4-hour time frame, like I told you, the market was making high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Now the market recently has just made a higher high. Now remember, we can clearly see that whenever the market is making high highs and high lows, in order for it to gain the momentum to push it to the upside, it must come back on the recent higher low to make another higher low, which can be like a support level before it pushing back to the upside. I'm going to try to highlight all these recently retested higher lows so that you can get a clearly picture about what I'm trying to explain. I think you can now get it what I'm talking about. The market pushed to the upside, made a double top, came back down, retesting this recent made higher low. Now after it retesting this recent higher low, it again gained momentum because this was a broken resistance. Now when it came back, it was a support. So this pushed the price all the way from that level, from here to here. So all the momentum was from this particular support level. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. Now the same case at the moment, we spotted a double top here, double top formation. We waited for the candlestick pattern on the hour 4, but the candlestick pattern which was formed didn't give a lot of confirmation, but at least we had a weak rejection on this resistance horizontal line of ours. So clearly we anticipated at any time at least the market must drop, coming back to this recent higher low before we see the price shooting back, moving, making another new higher high. So that is our anticipation on 75-1S. We're expecting the market to make a little bit pullback, coming back to retest this recent higher low before pushing back to the upside. Let me try to get my trend line. So this is our support trend line. So now on this support trend line, we're also expecting for, that's why we have told you that we're expecting the market to drop back to this level. So on this particular level, you can see this current pair was gaining a lot of support pressure from the buyers, pushing the price all the way to the upside. So now I think for 75-1S, wait for a minor pullback before jumping into your buy or long positions. Let's say to another pair, which is 75 index. We have been analyzing 75-1S. Now this is our 75 index pair. let me head to the higher time frame. As you know, I'm going to start by spotting main support and resistance levels. So support level, we also have this support level, we also have this level, we also have this level. So now when I was trying to support out my support and resistance levels on this pair, which is 75 index. I can clearly see that 75 index was dropping massively, like we anticipated in our video uploaded like 2 weeks back. We told you 75 is gonna drop massively. Now at the moment, after 75 respecting our resistance trend line, try drawing our resistance trend line. So after 75 respecting our resistance trend line, this was our first touch, second touch, this was our third touch. Now 75 was dropping all the way, let me see, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 75 was dropping for over 2 weeks. So that's why I told you that in our previous video, we told you that 75 index is gonna drop massively. Also 75, like we told you, respected our analysis and dropped. Now what is our anticipation on 75 at the moment? Even a beginner can clearly see that at the moment 75 you cannot look for buying opportunities because we still have a lot of pressure from the sellers. Hope we are together. Now if I try connecting, I want you to see this. If I try connecting these recent higher lows, if I try connecting these recent higher lows, you can clearly see that if you try connecting these recent high lows, you can clearly see that we have an uptrend. So the prices we are trying to respect this particular trend line. Whenever 75 comes to this particular trend line, we are expecting a lot of reversals to the upside, a lot of reversals. But this time round, this trend line was broken. So after it being broken, we have experienced a little bit retest. Now after having a little bit retest, now we're expecting 75 on S to drop all the way from this resistance level. I'll try to zoom out this resistance level till down here. Let me try to highlight this also. We have this resistance level. So you can clearly see that on this particular resistance level we had the market making a shooting star. Now shooting star on a resistance level, that means we have a lot of sellers from this particular level here pushing the price back down to the downside. Now we might see 75 index going in short from this particular level up to this level before we look for our buying positions. If I try to scroll down to our 4-time frame, Now in our 4 time frame, you can clearly see that we had an impulse. Now we're experiencing our correction move. For those who are following up our channel, I think you remember when we came up and spotted for you this beautiful bearish wedge, and we told you 75 is gonna break this wedge and the prices they're gonna drop to the downside. So this wedge was broken and the price dropped all the way up to the first TP of this particular wedge. Now I can see we had an impulse move on this particular pair, and we are also experiencing another correction. So this one is an impulse move correction. Now that's why I told you that we are expecting 75 to make another impulse move to the downside, because we already had an impulse move. Now the price was trying to consolidate around these particular levels. Now we're expecting it to drop all the way back to this recent high low. Now if you try connecting also our support and resistance trend lines, you can clearly see that we also have a bearish flag. I don't know whether guys you can also see it. We also have a bearish flag on this particular level. Now for traders who are focusing on 75 index, at the moment we are in a deep downtrend, so focus on looking on selling opportunities. Do not look for buying opportunities, because you'll be stop hunted or they will hit your stop loss, because at the moment 75 is experiencing a lot of pressure from the sellers than the buyers. Now I can see this pattern was broken. After being broken, if I try connecting my zones or spotting my zones, I can see this particular pattern has been retested. Now this was an impulse, this was a breakout and a retest. Now we're expecting the price to drop all the way to this level. So this was a perfect entry here for those who entered before. Now this is our TP. So for 75 index, I think it will be dropping in the nearby future if it doesn't reject on this level, because we can see a second perfection that 75 index has been respecting this particular level. Whenever it approaches this level, we receive a lot of buying pressure from the buyers, pushing the price back to the upside. So now when you are in profit, try to secure your profits or break even your positions so that your profits can be protected. Now that's what we had for you guys in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, plus sharing this video and also commenting down in the description about what have you learned in this particular video, following us on our social media platforms, and also joining our free Telegram channel where we give out a lot of free signals and also communicate with our community, plus signing up with our reliable forex broker, which is Infinox Capital. Peace out.